I will now call on the Minister of Technical and Higher Education, Professor Alpha Omi, to give his statement.
What can one say after such a brilliant keynote address by the visiting professor from Nigeria? Today is special and unique. We have the visitor of all public universities, His Excellency Brigadier Retired Dr. Julius Maradeo, here with us. Madam First Lady, Chancellor of the University, Vice Chancellor and Principal, other Vice Chancellor and Principals, visiting Vice Chancellors and Principals, Deputy VCs, members of academic staff, and to you, our graduates. You know, I was here, Ajayi Crowther Amphitheater, 1978, 45 years ago, receiving an award as a honors graduate in chemistry. You have done well. And I think you need to stand up each and every one of you, and give yourself a very, very big hand. You have the right, the president has given me permission to tell you, you can scream as well. Scream. Now, a big hand to your parents and guardians, without whom you will not be. You can now take your seats. You know, we are part of a new beginning in Sierra Leone. And I want each and every one of us to recognize this. Our president, Bishop, our Minister of Basic Education is categorized as the best minister globally. You may not know this, let me run you through a bit. I stand here as the representative of Africa and Europe in the Commonwealth of Land. A new beginning is happening in Sierra Leone, and I want you to recognize that without the leadership, we will not get that at all. A big hand to His Excellency, the President. But let me rub it in a bit further with other new beginnings. You know, in 2018, before he won the elections, His Excellency said if he became president, he would ensure that he separates the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology into two sectors, that of basic education and that of technical and higher education. That has been achieved. He also expressed that he would want to ensure that indeed all the statutes of higher education are revisited. You would know that in 2021, the 205 Education Act was repealed, and we now have a new University Act of 2021. Again, and he will come in only as visitor. Today is a living witness to that. He is here as visitor and not a chancellor. Instead, we have chosen somebody high moral rectitude, high international recognition in the person of Dr. Sanfa Kurma Honorary Doctorate as the chancellor of the University of Nigeria. A lot of new things are happening that we will not see. But I want us to look at College of Medicine specifically. In 1988, this college started. In 1988, I was a full-time lecturer here in this university. And this college was pioneered by two people, Professor Kusonike Kusotomas and Dr. Unisha Johnson, then as the Minister of Health. I was coaxed to act as chairman for the inaugural meeting where the principal was introduced. to the public of Sierra Leone in 1987. Today we have been told that at Frabe College, 1,600 graduates we have. At IPAM, over 1,300. Today, here, we would hit 500 graduates. A new beginning indeed. A big hand to ourselves as Sierra Leone. Let us look at the intermix that we get at College of Medicine. Earlier, you upgraded 500 SCCHN to SRS. But today, our nurses have been trained in various specializations. We have degree now in medicine and surgery. Some do obstetrics, some do pediatric, some do other forms of nursing indeed. We do not just train a certificate or a diploma in nursing. We now have specializations in nursing. If there are those that are going to graduate in nursing today, give yourself a very big hand in there. Sir, we now have a faculty of public health. We will never struggle to get contact with cases, epidemiologists, if there is a pandemic the next time. We now have a faculty of laboratory medicine. Diagnosis has always been the problem in Africa medical services. Today, we would be producing not only certificate, diploma, but degree people as well in laboratory medicine. What we are saying here, that we have a major mix of people in the medical field. But we do have postgraduates in arts and humanities, in economics and social science, in engineering and science as well. All of you will be graduating this afternoon. Let me now ask the parents and guardians to give a very big hand to all graduates here today. For the postgraduates, I want you to know that His Excellency has given the authority for us to support those that will be doing postgraduate studies in medicine. Those that are lecturers within all public universities, but I also have the authority to upgrade, as at now, 50 of you to master's and PhD programs. However, on Wednesday, I made a passionate appeal to His Excellency the President that this number be doubled to 100. The reason being, we now have 2 technical universities that we have upgraded, 2 polytechnics that we have upgraded to technical universities. And I want you to know that it is not just upgrading in name. By June of this year, we will also upgrade the infrastructure of those universities. 14 million will be spent on ETU to upgrade ETU. 20 million will be spent on MMTU to upgrade the facilities, the equipment of MMTU as well. Don't get jealous. We have already done 35 million at Frabe College here. That we do hope you will launch very soon. Another uniqueness about this occasion is that Sierra Leoneans return to recognize people when they die. It is time we recognize that there are people that make a major change, not only in Sierra Leone, but in Africa or the rest of the world as well. Throughout history, our women folks have not been in the same position to match the output of men. The reason being, there has always been a limiting factor, culturally, early marriage, etc. But with the dogged pursuit by her First Lady, Madam Fatima, through her Hands of Our Girls campaign, today women have respect for their being, their soul. Today, women can match men in their output. Today, other African countries are emulating us. Today, globally, we are recognized for protecting the young. A very, very big hand to Her Excellency. All of these fulfillments are based on what His Excellency said. He said he would like to bring a nation with educated, empowered, healthy citizens capable of realizing their fullest potential by 2035. We are on the pathway of ensuring we realize our potentials by 2035. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Akowi, Leone, Minister of Technical and Higher Education. I now call on the Chancellor of the University of Sierra Leone, Dr. James Sanfa Koma, to give his address.
Your Excellency, visitor to the University and Leone, Honorable Minister of Technical Education and Higher Education, other ministers of government here present, members of Parliament, members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, the Vice Chancellor and Principal of other universities that are here, heads of institutions, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. In the last 2 days of this activity, I have had the honor of speaking to you on 2 issues pertaining to the University of Sierra Leone. On day one, I talked about the institutional capacity and the resilience of academic achievements, generally. On day two, I talked about the sound and relevant human resources that we can use at all levels, particularly in the university. On this third day, I just want to draw your attention to what is generally called student aptitudes. And those aptitudes, we see them in learning and responses to other challenges of studentship. We see them in our absorptive capacity for the university, the resilience of the university, student activities, very important. And I just want to go a little further today on what I call my trilogy. Today, I want to talk about the student aptitudes, their responses to changes, and how we manage that process from when they enter the university to the time they are leaving. All of you graduating here today have gone through that process. But giving it a second thought, we should be careful as to what student is accepted in university to know or to foresee whether that student has the capacity as you seek today to receive your degree. There are many out there who come through various ways. Forged certificates. Yesterday I was pleasantly surprised somehow when I was told that every year we have people from the city and the surroundings who come with gowns. And I've told there are people over the last 3 years they were in university, they were not coming here. They come with gowns, and some go to the extent of inviting their parents to come and watch them receive their degrees. After the procession, they start coming from the corners there and pretend they have graduated from the university. So it is very, very important that we receive here or we accept students that are not phonies, students that come from credible schools of higher education to come to the university. And with that, we are sure to be able to send out graduates who can manage the affairs of our country in the various areas of their profession. Absorptive capacity for university is not a general phenomenon. We have to be very careful when we are interviewing students. That's where it starts. And when you come to the university, we continue watching them to see whether these are capable of going through the university degree. That degree, which takes 3 to 4 years. It is very important. And I don't want to lay undue emphasis in just the certificates that you have here. After my speech yesterday, you surprised again, one of the staff met me and said, "Thank you, Pa, for asking for the increase of our salaries." And I said, that is a misrepresentation. I talked about the terms and conditions of both the academic staff and the management staff. Of course, there are different aspects, but they all make up the university. And I asked the university authorities to give attention to that. In a similar way, my theme today is to ask the university administrators to be very careful in selecting those who come to the university. Because once they are accepted here, that 4-year degree can take any kind of fees. And it is not easy, when somebody is accepted to the university, to throw them out. When some of us were in the university, every end of year, it was a difficult period. When results are out, you see those who did not make it. And some of them really were not bad students. But the majority of them who did not make it were people who, during the course of the term, they were always downtown, or they were always at Latin High. Not that some of us did not go to Latin High, but we were there for brief periods. And those periods we cherish all our university days. That is why I'm putting the emphasis on student conduct, student reception, and student attitudes toward the university. Once you are accepted, you will do everything possible to see you through those 4 years, which includes not only the academic orientation, but also preparing you for the job to which you are going. We have over almost 1,000 graduates this year. All of you are going to search for jobs. It is not a pleasant thing to do, but given our economy, given the state of our economy, given the opportunities available, not all of you will be able to get jobs easily. Therefore, I urge you to prepare your minds, when going out there, so that if you do not get a job immediately. You can reorient yourself to something which you have gained in the university, not just academic, but discipline. And above all, your respect for professionalism. Not all of you will go to teaching. A lot of you will go out there in the civil service. A lot of you will go into the businesses. But all of you came from the university where you have received good education, good attitudes, and an appreciation of life out there. I want to appeal to those of you who are here now, not those who are going, they have finished. And I spoke to them yesterday. But those of you who are here now, so look at yourselves again. Whether you are here in a true way, that means you are accepted on the basis of your academic credentials and your comportment. Whether you are absorbing what the capacity, what the university has provided for you throughout the 4 years. I want to pray and hope for each and every one of you here to go out there and be a successful citizen, a successful employee of some business or some institution, but above all, a very good citizen. Bear in mind, you leave in your university ideas and all of that behind. Now you are going to enter life. Life in its various avenues. I want to appeal to those who are in the university, students, to ensure that you conduct yourselves not only to please your lecturers and your colleagues whom you go out with, but also to ensure that when you go out there, when you leave the university, you will be a citizen that can contribute effectively to the management and effectiveness of our country, Sierra Leone. As you are well aware, we are very high in the ladder of education in West Africa. And therefore, much is expected of graduates from the University of Sierra Leone. I want to appeal that characterization stays. And I want to plead with you, those who are leaving, go out there. It will be difficult, but at the end of the day, you have earned a certificate which can see you through, which will see you through, which you will use for the benefit of not only yourself, but your family and all other people who can come your way. Go out there and excel, and I wish you all very well.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jennifer Coleman, the Chancellor of the University of Sierra Leone. Now, we now ask the Honorable Visitor, His Excellency of the University of Sierra Leone, to give us a statement.
Madam First Lady, ladies and of company, honorable members of parliament, members of the diplomatic and consular corps, the chancellor of the University of Sierra Leone, members of the university court, the vice chancellor and principal, University of Sierra Leone, vice chancellors and deputy vice chancellors present here today, the registrar, University of Sierra Leone, academic and administrative staff of the University of Sierra Leone, parents and guardians of graduates, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Indeed, I'm delighted to congratulate all of you, today's graduates, for the outstanding achievement that we are here to celebrate. I also want to use this opportunity to warmly acknowledge the important roles played by the parents and guardians of the graduates, as well as the faculty and staff of the University of Sierra Leone for making this joyful day possible for all the graduates. You have overcome uncertainties, surmounted fears, cope with challenges, and persevered through tough moments. And today, you have achieved your dream. It is no mean feat, and I celebrate your success with you joyfully. The belief that an investment in education yields the best dividend for inclusive and sustainable national development has underpinned my government's human capital development strategy over the last 5 years. We have increased school financing to unprecedented levels. Enrollment and learning outcomes are unmatched. There is gender parity at the basic education level, comprehensive safety, free school feeding programs, and school buses. And we have also used ICT to deliver quality education around the country. With radical inclusion, we have made great progress towards equity and equal access to free quality education in Sierra Leone. We have exceeded our expectations, and the impact is felt at the tertiary and vocational education levels. For these and related achievements in the last 5 years, Sierra Leone is now globally acknowledged and praised for making great progress in transforming its education sector at scale and notable pace. We are where we are because we have been very intentional in our planning. We have been fully committed to making these first 5 years reforms and targeted investments. We have established, equipped, and provided billions of euros in funding to technical and professional training institutions to reskill and upskill training for demand-led jobs. My government has also merged and upgraded Freetown Teachers College and the Government Technical Institute into a polytechnic. Our multilateral partners and partner governments have kept. We have also increased staff salaries and removed the stipulation that the President of the Republic is the Chancellor. Hence today, I'm here only as a visitor to this university. Due to the University's Act review, 2 polytechnics have been upgraded to technical universities, that has been alluded to too. Eastern Technical University and the Maker Technical University. Ladies and gentlemen, the previous APC government promised a Kono University that they never delivered after 11 years of governance. In this first term of my administration, the construction and operationalization of the Kono University of Science and Technology is well underway. My government has rolled out a comprehensive education sector plan, a national technical vocational education and training policy, and a students' loan scheme to further expand access to higher education in Sierra Leone. But specifically for the University of Sierra Leone, I see an expanded role in increasing access to higher education. We can accept that we needed to prepare for the magnitude of the success of the free quality education program. I am elated by the Chancellor's announcement that we have exceeded gender parity at the University of Sierra Leone and now have more female than male students. As I've already said, the future of Sierra Leone is indeed female. I'm not saying this because they have 2%, which can let me win in the first. I'm saying this because it is the reality. But this success poses additional infrastructure challenges, and we must address, as we address physical, transportation, digital, network, academic, and training infrastructure deficits, among others. In a world where everything is a priority and must be financed, I asked the university back in 2019 to look beyond government funding. Since COVID-19 and the global economic crisis struck, this challenge has grown exponentially. The Chancellor alluded to the University of Sierra Leone Sierra Leone Endowment Fund, launched earlier this year by the Honorable Vice President, that we start working on all of these deficits. I commissioned the Tunde Code building last year and commended engineer Mohammed Babatunde Code's unique act of philanthropy and truly inspirational. I'm informed that a long-time librarian, Mrs. Yusuf Sharif, is working on a new library building, and Dr. Michael Collins, Make It Happen, is working on the architectural building. Multilateral partners have also supported addressing these infrastructural deficits. I believe the private sector can do more. I know humanitarian organizations serving higher education can also do more. I'm sure multilateral and development partners can and will do more. I also look forward to engaging the university leadership in addressing outstanding needs, especially in transportation, digital, network, and academic infrastructure. Only the administration is starting. They don't come. You will come back. Furthermore, the University of Sierra Leone can increase access to higher education by leveraging new modes and platforms of instructional delivery that will take advantage of the increased ICT penetration in the country over the last 5 years. The Chancellor mentioned that the university increasingly uses new instructional delivery modes to serve more undergraduate and postgraduate students. That is commendable. I am certain that development partners will be eager to hear our success stories and support expanding the internet-based learning environment and other learning platforms. I am also interested in learning how the re-engineering process at the university has led to the creation of new faculties and curricular offerings. It is to our nation's advantage that research and teaching at the university increasingly align with the needs of the latest and future global economy and our national development imperatives. Finally, I would like to implore this set of graduates to think innovatively about how to get jobs. Create jobs and expand the economy. We have put in place the rudiments of the industry to skills and development linkages and the increasing use of technology and ICT in higher education so that we can produce critical thinkers worthy graduates who can operate within the digital workspace. I urge all young Sierra to focus more on entrepreneurship and encourage a can-do, can innovate, can make money attitude by our graduates. The public sector can only absorb so many graduates, ladies and gentlemen. There is money to be made in agriculture and agricultural value chains. There is money to be made in the service sector. There is money to be made in startups. What is needed is the right mindset, the right networks, and taking advantage of the right opportunities as they come your way. Ladies and gentlemen, let me close by again thanking the University of Sierra Leone for the opportunity to address our future leaders, our future professors, politicians, doctors, researchers, engineers, etc., etc. Today's graduates have their best days ahead of them. Ladies and gentlemen, the signs are good and the signs are right. Sierra Leone is on the cusp of a learning renaissance that will lead to a more inclusive and sustainable national development. Thank you.
Thank you very much, His Excellency, for the University of Sierra Leone. We have now come to the crux of the matter, which is the conferment of degrees and certificates and award of diplomas. I will start with the honorary degree sector, and I will call on the orator, public orator of the University of Sierra Leone, Dr. Abdullahi Walon, to do his presentation.
Good morning, everyone. Respectfully, Your Excellency, our visitor to the University of Sierra Leone, our Honorable First Lady, Ms. Fatima, you, the honorable ministers, particularly the Minister of Technical and Higher Education, Professor Alpha Uri, our Chancellor, Dr. Sampa Kuma, Vice Chancellor and Principal, Professor Fudisa, and all other visiting academics from around Sierra Leone and outside of Sierra Leone, particularly the Gambia and Liberia. And may I at this point ask that you permit me to stand on existing protocols so we can make up for time. My task this morning is to read the citations of two accomplished individuals. But firstly, I will start with the gentleman, as he will be cited for receiving the honoris causa for 2021-22 at the amphitheater at Furabe College, this citadel of land. Mr. Visitor Sir, our honoree is an independent charity consultant and the non-executive director who attended the Stan Grammar School and passed 6 subjects at the GCE O levels in 1963. And in 1968, our honoree was elected member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants in England and Wales. In 1973, he was elected fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants, and in 1993, he received the RSA certificate in counseling from Bolton Institute of Higher Education. And in 1999, received an MSc in Multimedia and Education from the University of Huddersfield. Our honoree is a go-getter. He continued his education in cities like Paris and Wales. And for this reason, he has become a member of several world bodies in his area of chosen expertise. I will just list some of them. In 1968, to date, he is a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants in England and Wales. He is a member of the Tax Faculty and Faculty of Finance and Management. Being it for 2002 to date, he is the Vice President for MSCA, and for 1996 to date, he is a member of the Institute of Small Business Affairs. Mr. Visitor Sir, our honoree between 2011 and 2019 was a co-founder and CEO of Make It Happen in Sierra Leone. During this period, together they built, refurbished, and extended 18 state schools throughout Sierra Leone in collaboration with the Freetown City Council and the government of Sierra Leone. Together they engaged local architects to design and supervise the construction of schools and ensure sanitary installations everywhere. They supported the use of laterite bricks and appropriate mortar with the architects Toko Makati and Tijan Jan. They collaborated with Educate to raise the quality of teaching and learning, supported the creation of the Department of Architecture at the University of Sierra Leone, and finally they built the new architecture building at Furabe College, University of Sierra Leone. Our honoree, Mr. Visitor Sir, he's had a lot of professional careers to his name, but I will just name a few. From 2015 to date, he is a non-executive director of the Institute of Public Accountants. He is also the chair, Audit and Risk Committee, chair, Membership Committee, and in 2010 to date, a non-executive director of the Institute of Financial Accounting. He has also been a visiting lecturer at South Bank University, also a visiting lecturer at Manchester Business School for SME program, the Hilbard College Bottle SME program, and part-time lecturer at Liverpool Polytechnic. Mr. Visitor Sir, our honoree for this year's honoris causa has taught several subjects, including taxation, financial accounting, auditing, to name but a few. He has received external appointments, done consultancies and course management and development. Just to cite a few, with Liverpool John Moores University, he was the external academic assessor. Edgehill College of Higher Education, Lancaster University, external academic. Chief Examiner Taxation, Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators, and the list goes on. Our honoree is a qualified chartered accountant and has an own firm specializing in charity, startup, and small enterprise sector development. He has spent 11 years in academia at Manchester Metropolitan University, supervising PhD and MSc students and such other academic activities. He has the following in his name as well: the Risk and Role Independent Director, he was a mentor, relationship between small business entrepreneurs and their professional advisors, the development and role of the same sector. These are all areas he has researched. He has done action learning as a philosophy, teaching, research and management people. And for other concrete publications, he has the following in his name: What is Limited Company, published by Manchester Metropolitan University, 1995. Merging the Accounting Bodies in Accountancy, February 1995. Small and medium-sized enterprises, their role in the revitalizing of the Albanian economy in the proceedings of the British Academy of Management. Some of his conference papers are Action Learning, an introduction with Professor R. W. Evans at the Greater Manchester Police Authority, Police Review Committee, towards a model of communication problems within SMEs. Communications problem within SMEs, the Caring Partnership Conference, Manchester, Royal and Family. That was in July 1993. Respectfully, Mr. Visitor Sir, our honoree has done a lot, but for us in Sierra Leone, whenever his name is mentioned, we associate him with the architecture building here at Rugby College, and of course the architecture program that we now rolling. He is not here, so we doing it in absentia, while we asking Professor Ele Raoul Mansale to stand in as proxy as we present the degree of honoris causa for 2021-22 academic year to Mr. Michael Colley.
By the power vested in me, I admit you, Michael Colley, to the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa, in absentia.
This is a specimen of the certificates.
Thank you very much. My next task is to read the citation of one of Sierra Leone's finest women of the 21st century. She combines not only beauty and vigor, but also academic rigor, charisma, and other extolling virtues. The university, Mr. Visitor Sir, permits me to stand on existing protocols. As the university public orator, I am here this morning to present our honoree, second honoree, for the degree of honoris causa. But of course, she is a personality that is not strange to anyone. Her name can bring down walls. And we know it's true. Our honoree was born in Koro district, where she attended the Ansarul Islamic Primary Girls School and completed her secondary education at the St. Joseph's Convent in Fatima. As if that was not enough, she traveled to the United Kingdom for further studies. Our honoree, ladies and gentlemen, in 1996, enrolled at the Southwark College to study performing arts for 2 years, and on completion proceeded to the Roehampton University, where she studied for her BA Honours degree in performing arts. This qualifies her as an international actress and script writer. In 2009, our honoree returned to Southwark College, this time to study family law. But after 2 years into the course, she decided to switch over to the London College of Communication in the United Kingdom. Later in 2015, our honoree graduated with a BA Honours in Journalism at the prestigious London College of Communication in the United Kingdom. Our recipient is a fascinating personality who exudes charisma, passion, and intelligence. I can safely say that she has had the opportunity to dine with the very best society has to offer. She epitomizes that bravery, that intelligence, and that servant leadership, as evident in the massive impact being recorded by her humanitarian and official work in Sierra Leone, particularly, and the African continent at large. She holds the view that if your husband fails, you have failed as well.
Yes.
During our interview, she remarked that she and her husband are best of friends, and that they've been married before they assumed their present status. She further told me that she and her husband were a unit before returning home, and that their marriage is one of matrimonial unison and bliss. This is a lesson to all of us. She has long been motivated by the Pan-Africanist ideas, and because of this, at the tender age of 18, she became the champion for the campaign against meningitis disease in Africa, but more especially in the Gambia. Let us be reminded that before she assumed her current role, our honoree has led numerous gender, philanthropic, and child welfare campaigns. She was the first to donate 10,000 United States dollars for the meningitis fight in the Gambia. You know, I told you that she combines a lot of qualities. Now, this is another aspect of her life. She is a beauty queen who pioneered the face of the Gambia pageantry, which showcased not only the outer beauty of girls, but to train them in public speaking, gender equality, and to promote them nationally and internationally. In 2002, with the support of that government, our honoree launched the biggest award ceremony exclusively meant to promote women. The Gambia Women of Excellency Award became a national award ceremony to celebrate and promote women of all walks of life in the Gambia. Every woman, old and young, looked forward to their names being announced as winners. As an actor in 2013, she became the co-founder of the John Utaka Foundation. Her role was to support children living with disabilities, especially the visually impaired, in Nigeria and Ghana. After winning the prestigious Best African Actress Award, she channeled her goodwill and energy to empower women and girls in the United Kingdom and Africa. Our honoree decided to focus on health management, and this time She has been donating hospital equipment and foodstuff to all government hospitals in Sierra Leone. And this she has been doing way before her current role in our nation. Our honoree is the friend of the underprivileged because she has been organizing parties in different cities for underprivileged and disabled children around Sierra Leone. In her current role, our honoree has hosted a peaceful protest march against child abuse in December 2018. This anti-rape and anti-early marriage campaign marked the beginning of our flagship Hands Off Our Girls campaign. This campaign brought together first ladies from various African countries who participated in a procession through major streets in the capital, Freetown. 3 years later, the Hands Off Our Girls campaign is arguably the biggest and most impactful child rights crusade that led to the presidential declaration of a national emergency on rape and sexual violence in February 2019. And of course, the ultimate review and strengthening of the Sexual Offences Act in September 2019. She has played a major role in the establishment of the first ever special court that is now used for the trial of perpetrators of rape. This achievement is huge. In the same year, the Hands Off Our Girls campaign was officially launched at a high-level meeting on the margins of the 74th United Nations General Assembly, Hunger, on the 25th of September. The campaign effectively featured at the Women Deliver Conference in Canada, the BBC in London, and Commission on the Status of Women at the United Nations. Actually, our visitor to the University of St. Louis in 2019-2020, Her Excellency, our honoree, of course, I don't want to let her name out of the bag, though you know, complimented the free quality education initiative introduced by the government of Sierra Leone by introducing a sanitary pads program. This has witnessed a significant reduction in the number of girls skipping schools while at the same time intensifying public education on menstrual sanitation. She has constructed an ultra-modern vocational school for police wives to help them train in vocational skills such as computing, hairdressing, soap making, tailoring, tie and dye that will empower and make them independent. In 2019, again 2020, she has constructed an ultra-modern 500-bed hospital, which will become the biggest hospital by an African. I will allow the theories to flow in, that is the plan. And she is constructing a center of excellence for rape victims, a nursing school to train nurses, and an administrative block, all at the 34 military hospital in Freetown. She is determined to make the 34 military hospital, which was established in 1934, one of the best in Africa in terms of quality and affordable health delivery service. At the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, our honoree did not shy away from the risks. She launched the National Food Basket Program to provide livelihood support to communities by supplying free bags of rice, cooking oil, sacks of salt, and other food items to every district in the country. She has also provided solar-powered boreholes to enhance water supply all year round in hard-to-reach communities. As a devoted Muslim woman, she constructed a total of 11 mosques around the country, some with Arabic schools as part of the infrastructure since assuming office. Our honoree has also distinguished herself in the entertainment industry as an actor, scriptwriter, executive producer, and multi-award-winning face of the industry. In fact, her advocacy resulted in the recruitment of the first exclusive 300 all-female brigade of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces. She has several awards to her name. Permit me to list them. Because, you know, it is only at these functions, some of these functions, that we'll be able to group them and acknowledge that we know that sometimes it is not all about the money. It's about the passion and the action. She received the Warrior Award at the International Women of Power Luncheon in California, USA, for her bravery and outstanding contribution towards women and girls in Sierra Leone. She is one of the most influential people of African descent under 40. This she received in New York, United States, under the United Nations. She is the Best Supporting Actress for the movie Mirror Ball. Best Actress Award in 2011 from the Black Ethnics Fashion and Film. Best Actress Award of the Year at the African Oscar in Washington, D.C. 2013. At the Gathering of African Best GAF Awards, she received an award for her exceptional contribution to promoting a positive image of Africans around the world. She is winner of the 50 most influential person in Sierra Leone since 2018, I think 4 years in a row. As a result of the aforementioned and other practical deliverables, the African Union on the 27th May 2021 formally recognized our honoree as the champion for sanitation and hygiene, and she now heads that division in the African Union. This is not an easy feat. In recognition of our dedication to educating and protecting our children, especially girls, our honoree was in September 2021 honored by the United Nations as the new champion of the United Nations Education Plus program, alongside President Macky Sall of Senegal. In the same year, our honoree was appointed to serve as a member of the advisory board of the United Nations Institute for Training and Research. On the 7th November 2022, she became the first lady to address the United Nations General Assembly, while I inadvertently revealed her identity, where she presented a resolution for a World Day to commemorate the healing and prayer for rape victims all around the world. And it was granted by 153 countries globally. This is a resounding acceptance of the work. This year, Her Excellency introduced the main component of the Hands of Our Girls campaign, where she allowed teenage boys to speak up freely of their concerns in the fight against rape and teenage pregnancy. The outcome of that engagement has now formed the basis for our national campaign this year to involve boys not as bystanders, but as one of the driving forces to the success of Hands of Our Girls. Some weeks ago, she was nominated to become a board member of the United Nations Zero Waste Global Campaign by the Secretary General of the United Nations, alongside the Turkish First Lady. This again is another huge feat. Salonians, we ought to be proud. And this is the one that I know. Well, maybe I have my own prejudices. She boasts of two proud, ethnicities in her stock. She is from the stock of two vibrant ethnic groups in this country. She is both a Fura and a Madingo. Her political prowess and strategic leadership were first noticed by the nation during the 2018 elections in Sierra Leone, where she played a leading and proactive role in the general campaigns and in brokering peace among factions within our political party. Her down-to-earth communication skills were not only due to her formal education, but also to her affinity with the grassroots. In line with her husband's vision, our honoree believes education is the key to human development, and her philanthropic character is inborn. And she is a fantastic role model that leads by example. I saw it when we went to visit her. I was wowed by her energy, not because she's standing there. Honestly, her greatest strength is her ability to achieve any goal she sets Some say it is divine, but people close to her say it is pure and undiluted hard work, while others insist it is a combination of both divine intervention and hard work. Respectfully, our visitor to the University of Sierra Leone, and standing on existing protocols, our candidate or our honoree for this year's honoris causa for the 2021-22 congregation is no less a person but Her Excellency Mrs. Fatima Leone, First Lady of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Your Excellency, kindly step forward for the reading for your doctoral letters. Thank you very much.
By the power vested in me, I admit you, Lady Fatima Leone, to the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa. Congratulations, Dr. Leone. Let me on behalf of congratulations.
This is a specimen of the certificate. The certificate proper will be prepared in the UK and delivered. Thank you. Yeah.
I now call on our honorary graduate, Her Excellency, newly minted Dr. Fatima Leone, to give us the vote of thanks.
Thank you. Sorry, you know, His Excellency is the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone and he's a diplomat. So, I am not. Your Excellency, Dr. Julius Maravio, President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, and my dearest husband, and the University of Sierra Leone visitor, ministers of government here present, honorable members of parliament, the Chancellor of the University of Sierra Leone, members of the University Senate, Vice Chancellors and Deputy Vice Chancellors present, academic and administrative staffs of the University of Sierra Leone, our visiting chancellors from our sister countries here present, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I don't just say, I'm one of you and diplomat, you know, diplomat. So if I greet you answer, pass the answer before I move. So good afternoon. Amidst anxiety, fear, and uncertainty, in spite of our personal challenges and moments of doubt, we remind ourselves every day as citizens and leaders that we can and we must do something to change the lives of our people and the dignity of our nation.
My mind is always brimming with ideas that I believe can change a life, can even change many lives and many futures. I never stop talking about those ideas because I believe that once you set your eyes on reaching the next horizon, the question then is not so much how you get there, because you will find a pathway no matter what. It is about how soon you get there. For me, that journey is always inspirational. It is always exciting. I want to thank the one person whose side I am a sweet pain when I cannot stop talking about the next best idea. I want to thank him for not just indulging and tolerating my thoughts, but for listening earnestly and saying, when can we do this together? But it is this person whose life stories is itself a artwork of inspiration for me. He's not a man of many words, but it is from his moments of silence after listening to data on rape, after visiting a battered child in hospital, or a girl who misses classes because he cannot afford menstruation hygiene material, that I have been motivated to action, knowing that cultural attitudes, lives, and the future of a vulnerable child can be changed forever. So I thank you, Your Excellency, my adorable and devoted husband, my icon of excellence, my greatest supporter and cheerleader, the one who inspires me every day to be better and to do more than I did the day before. I thank the orator for his fluent account of a life of public service in which I have strived to change challenges and vulnerable to opportunities and strength for those who should be protected and promoted in our society. Our children, and most especially our girls. I therefore thank the university leadership for this recognition for my humble contribution to humanity and to our nation. We have listened to many transformative strides higher and tertiary education has gone through in just 5 years. This could not have been achieved without the sacrifice and commitment of academic and administrative staff who have thoughtfully molded young lives in whose hands we will leave the future of this nation. So the parents and guardians whose sacrifice, forbearance, and endless support has transformed the sea of optimistic faces that we see here today. To the parents, I say thank you. Because of you, your thoughtful decision to send your children to this wonderful university, you have contributed teachers, doctors, scientists, administrators, accountants, engineers, and more to our nation. To our security, medical, and business personnel, let me say thank you very much for the confidence, well-being, and fulfillment you instill in all of us. This congregation is safer and better, event because of your presence and complimentary input. To our fourth estate, your contribution in print and digital reminds us of the moment in our nation's history. However, you would like us to remember that history. We will, I promise you. But thank you for your scrutiny of our activities and for the leadership of my husband. Your salutary comments make him and us. As human, we laugh and we celebrate our achievement through reading what we read from the things that you print. Thank you for always journeying with us. And thank you for being the eye of Sierra Leone. To members of government, members of parliament present, traditional, religious, and community leaders, thank you for your service and thank you for your presence here today. During moments of crisis and during those defining moments in our nation's history, your untiring effort to stabilize the boat of peace is not taken for granted at all. To our students, make every opportunity of your circumstances, especially after graduation. When you believe, then you can be and live it. Find and define your own niche where you can actualize your dreams and change the lives of others. When we say find your own niche, dreams are only kept when you believe in them. Do not allow anyone to kill your dreams, because without a dream, you don't have a future. So I ask you to focus on your dream. From the day you enter the university here, you know exactly what you want to become, and you have to have plan A, B, and C in life if you want to be successful. I humbly stand here today as not just one of you or a citizen of this nation, but also as your First Lady of this great nation and a proud recipient of the 2023 Honorary Doctors of Letters here on this hallowed ground of Fulbright College, Mount Oriel, the fortress of learning and mountain of hope. Sierra Leone pioneer higher education in West Africa to add the nickname, the anthem of West Africa. I feel steeped in that long tradition since 1827. As I close, I want to say thank you to the janitors. I want to say thank you to all the drivers, to the security personnel, to that woman who makes the food at the canteen, who clean after the students when they leave the canteen messy. I want to say thank you to the teachers who comes here every day and sacrifice every day to make our nation a better. Trouble when when we have election. A lot of people believe that we have to use violence to get what you want. I think for a democratic state like Sierra Leone, let the ballot box speak for itself. If the president that is sitting here now, who is also my leader, come to you and say, I want you to go and fight for me, tell him, Mr. President, you also have a child, bring your child, let your child is my battle. Please, do not allow anybody to brainwash you and cause trouble in our country. I think we have suffered enough, and we are now at the right path, and we are focusing on making sure our country becomes a better country for every one of us. And I want to say to my mothers, when there is trouble in the country, it is the women who suffers. It is the children who suffers. Please, do not allow anyone to give Totapac or Tramadol or anything, any bad substance to your child in the name of election, because they will come and give you a bag of rice and say, now I want you to do this. If someone has given you a bag of rice in 5 years, do not accept a bag of rice during the election. So I'm saying, please, let us have a peaceful, sustainable election, so that when we continue the right direction, our future, as we can see, there is a light in the tunnel. That tunnel we will cross together as a nation, and we will make this country a better place. And I want to say thank you to everyone who is here. I want to say thank you to our visiting chancellors from Liberia and the Gambia. I want to say thank you for leaving your beautiful country and coming here to spend this wonderful day with us. And as you go home, tell our brothers and sisters that in Africa, we have no borders. Sierra Leone is also their country. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and His Excellency, thank you for taking today off and spend it with us here. Thank you. I love you so very much.